all, and I believe we're now live. So, good evening, welcome to the show. Brilliant if you're watching on the playback. I hope you are watching on the playback. We like to do our previous streams, and there is a previous streams playlist. Anyway, we've made it through another year. Another year is done. So, how has everyone been? I'm sure, been a long week for everyone. And yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know anything at all. Kind of. Keep it clean now. It's a bit of a family channel. So, but yeah, we'll see who joins in. We'll possibly do about half an hour, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll see who comes into the chat, if anyone comes into the chat. As usual, it's me back in the room, back in with the old the old white tiger, and the usual cuppa as well. So yeah, but yeah, happy New Year to everyone. Fortunately, not alcohol, but we do like a cup of tea. Oh dear. So yeah, it's been a very cold January out there, just what we'd expect. So I suppose not as cold as what it's been in the past for us oldies. So well, I suppose there's people older than me, obviously, but it's for us lot from the 70s. Do you know what? Today I was going through that. I can't remember the channel name now, so I do apologise. But I've been watching this guy who's made these videos, and they're all from the 80s and the 70s, and going through a bit of history of what it was like then, and showing you all these clips. That has been kind of really interesting and really kind of reminiscent, and it does trigger bits in your mind, and it is quite good when you get these videos going for the past. And it's yeah, if I can find the guy's name, I'll mention it and put it in the old description. But yeah, they're really quite good. And I was watching this one today, and it was there was one from, I think, the winter in 81, and there was I think there was one from, that's it. He did a New Year's Eve in the 70s, and that was that was quite interesting. And doing what some of it you can kind of remember, and it shows, I suppose, how things change as we move along. I've always called life like this little sort of conveyor belt where we sort of join it as a baby and we slowly go along it. And well, that's how I see it in my mind, anyway. So, and you do these little various, a bit like Generation Game, where you pick these little different bits on. But I suppose people older won't know what I'm on about the Generation Game, but I'll leave people in the comments to put bits in there. So, but yeah, that's how I kind of see it. And you're sort of remembering bits that used to happen when you was a kid, sort of in the I suppose middle to late 70s, and for me early 80s as well. So now I can remember having lots of snow, and I suppose the bit in 81 does kind of ring a bell. I can remember us having the snow drifts in the sort of late 70s, early 80s. But yeah, all fun in it. And then you actually look. Actually, there's another bit just going on about this. I saw another video that someone had made on Instagram, I think it was. And again, I can't remember the chat. I'm bloody useless remembering these names. But you know how you look through Instagram and you're suddenly flicking through and just have a little swig of this. But it was just interesting. These are the things you do when you got a little bit of time on your hands. But that was someone who'd done this bit in the Lake District, I think it was. Either Lake District or Cotswold, I can't remember now. And they'd done this bit from, now I think that was from the 90s, that's it. And they showed you going through this road, and it's all snow drifts all on both sides. And then they literally did the same road, video time and all that, I think yesterday or day before, and there's literally no snow in sight, nothing at all. So it's quite weird, really, how it all changes. But now there we go. That's the old climate at the minute. So, but then never mind. I think the world changes all the time. I'm pretty certain it does, and we change kind of. So as we're going along, if I go back to my little conveyor belt again, my conveyor belt of life, where we join at one end and fall off the other. So, but there, that's kind of, my little creative mind. That's how I see things. Very simple, very simplified, but it's, but yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, so another one of these. Oh, so hope people have been enjoying the channel. If you've been following the channel along, I did manage to get out on a lunchtime this week, and I know I normally do it for the members, but at the moment, apologies for people who are members, obviously paying members. I am going to do some more members content, but I've kind of held off at the moment because when I've done members only, it's not really created any more members, which is a bit of a shame because it does help the channel along. And there ain't been too much uptake anyway, so I've kind of just left it to public show to start with, and then we'll see what comes in 2026, whether that alters anymore. But yeah, but thank you for the people who are members. Really appreciate it, and eventually, I guess at some point, Google will actually give me some of this money. So now, until you get, I don't know whether you know how YouTube works. I'm sure a lot of people do, but you have like this little wallet in your YouTube studio, little pot that they slowly put bits in, and memberships being one of them, and obviously your super chats and all that kind of thing as well. Well, basically, they don't do a payout until it gets to a certain amount. Now, where I'm kind of stuck, just saying, not having to go, just saying. But obviously, I don't get any ad revenue, so everything I do on my channel, Google's pocket and all that, because I don't have enough subscribers. So at the moment, my pot's really slow, because there's literally no ad revenue going in there at all. There's obviously going in all Google's wallet, but not going in my wallet. So, but there, that's just life. But you have to, on this little wallet that they give you, you have to wait until you get 60 quid before they give you a payout. And obviously, looking at mine, I could be waiting quite a while. But there, never mind. Just saying, I just out of interest, and how it all works. And if there is people who are looking to start a channel or something like that, and it's really good. It's really good for the mind, kind of. I kind of did it as well because it's one of them things I've always been wanting to do and should have done it a long time ago. I know you shouldn't have regrets, but if I did have one regret, I should have started this channel a long time ago when I thought about doing it. But yeah, it is a long haul, and some people are lucky. I suppose I'm kind of maybe not doing too bad, but I plod along, do what I do, and people either enjoy it or they don't. And if not, it's a good archive, isn't it? So eventually someone may want to see what I do. You never know. As we're slowly going along, even on my little side project of going along, capturing lots of different villages, and we've got lots more villages to come this year, and we're going to be sprouting out a bit more in 26 as we're now going to start to capture Cambridgeshire as well. And I do want to still go up into Lincolnshire and do a bit more there. So it's not, I know it seems like there's a bit more of Norfolk, and but we are going to be venturing out and doing a few more different counties while we go. That was the plan for 26. So there we have it. There's a little glimpse there. But like I said, this week we captured another church. It was another one of these little lunchtime sort of midweek shorts. So we captured Filby Church. So if you haven't seen that, have a little look. That's quite interesting. Not too long a video, but it's helps along, doesn't it? So no, still no one in yet. Have a check now. No comments yet. Okay. I know it's New Year's Day, so obviously I'm sure a lot of people have got better things to do. And then the next thing, I suppose, for some people, like me, you know, it's work tomorrow, so you're trying to make the most of today, what's left of it. So, and I don't blame you. You know, this is the last bank holiday we've gotten for a while, but there. Oh, but yes. So it's yeah. So we had that, and I'm trying to remember where we went the weekend. Here we go. So yeah. Do you know, I've been doing so many videos lately. You're trying to remember where you've been, where you haven't been, and yeah, it's been very interesting. So what have you guys been up to? Let me know in the comments if you've been doing anything good, if you've been away over New Year's and or Christmas and that kind of thing. We'd, you know, love to know. Love to know what the community's doing. Um, Again, like I said, I've kind of recently joined TikTok, so same channel name, so you can find lots of bits, and I'm slowly trying to build it up. It's going to take a while because I've got quite a bit of back catalogue I want to just at least upload onto TikTok anyway, so we'll slowly get that built up. We'll move on a bit more with that in 26. I was kind of a bit hesitant to join TikTok, but for some reasons, but but yeah, we are on there now, so you can find us on there. And like I said, we'll start to build that up as we go. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're all new to it. We're still all learning, and YouTube is still, you know, no one knows it all. You're always carrying on learning as you go. Oh God, don't just love a nice cuppa. But yes, so I've enjoyed now. I got a new backpack for Christmas, so it was good because I do find you buy these backpacks, and even when you get, you know, a pretty good one, they still only seem to last about a year before either the bottoms start cracking and all bits out the front and the back and that. So yes, we all got a new one of them from Father Christmas. Which we did need. So I know I do use it every day, so I suppose really it's they do pretty well. But I have found this particular make that I normally use, they're like nearly doubled in price. So obviously we've gone for a different one, and actually this new one I've got, I think actually is a bit better. So we'll see how that goes. It's got to last me another year, but we will see. We will see how it goes. So, anyone about yet? No. Looks like I'm still talking to myself. Never mind. Oh, so what else have we been up to? Yeah, we nipped out to Winterton. You'll see I did a YouTube short. I didn't do it as a whole video because, as promised, I did Winterton early. I'll say early, about mid 25, as an actual video. So we only nipped up there because I know you get this time of year and all the seals and the seal pups are at Winterton, and you may see them at Blakeney and I guess maybe see Paul, I don't know. So all this is in Norfolk, UK, along the coast, sort of the North Sea for people if you're looking or if you're outside the UK. So yeah, it's but really good. I'd never been there when they've had the seals there, so that was really good to see. And we captured like one of the cutest videos ever. So I did put that on TikTok, and I did a kind of a YouTube short on YouTube. So yeah, and that done quite well as well. Everyone loves a little seal, don't they? So so that was good. Like I said, never done that before, so that was really interesting. We quickly nipped up one afternoon and did that. So that was good, really good, and really interesting to, you know, it's one thing seeing seals in the zoo and that, but there's nothing like actually seeing in the wild. And I've got to admit, I admire a lot of these people who go around who just do this stuff with animals and, you know, and do photography and all that kind of thing when you actually go to the places. And I know I was lucky enough once when we did scuba diving in the Red Sea in Egypt, and we actually went over a reef. And the times you actually watch telly, or even if you watch it in 4K, 8K, whatever, and you look at these reefs, but I've got to admit, putting the gear on and actually going in there and seeing these reefs and that for real, it's something else. It really is. And even if you only get to do it once, or I suppose it, I know you can see some good stuff snorkeling, but I've got to admit, actually going out on the boat, out into the sea, and then diving down and looking at these reefs is absolutely amazing. Really is. And you really start to appreciate what is on the planet. So, but yes, but there, never mind. So we're going to hope that 26 brings us some good news. I mean, the last few years there's been lots of, I'm sure a lot of families have, in all ways. Isn't it funny how we kind of go into the new year and we say Happy New Year, but kind of, I mean, you're going to laugh now, but kind of, we ain't actually had the year yet, so we don't know whether it's been happy or not. We kind of do it the wrong way round, I've always thought. I even thought that as a kid. I thought, well, we ain't actually had the year yet, so you're already assuming that's going to be happy, and that may not be, but, it's just me. It's just how my mind works. But I've always thought that. There, never mind. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Oh dear. So, I see we had a few likes on my intro for the live tonight, and no one's on it. I've got to check these settings on here, because there's definitely, is there something wrong or right on this? I'm sure this is going out, but who knows? We will see at the end. If not, I can always watch it, can't they, on the... So, what does... Now, I'm just going to do something here, just to see what this button does. Can we... no, not sure what that one is. So, see, we're all still learning. We're all still trying to work out what all these different buttons and that do. Oh, dear. But there. But yeah, so so I'm back at work tomorrow. So we've got a whole day tomorrow, unfortunately. At least it's Friday, so hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully it'll be a little bit quieter tomorrow. I know I've got a busy week next week. So we'll, but tomorrow should, fingers crossed, kind of be a day where we're catching up with work. I know I've got to nip out in the afternoon. So I may lead you. I know I've been getting a bit behind with doing YouTube shorts, but I also know, I don't know whether that's just me on my channel, but sometimes you put them out and they do really well, and then you kind of could pick another time and you do it the same kind of time and you get like next to nothing. So I'm not sure still how YouTube shorts works really on that. They seem to either really work or they really flop. So I'm not sure how that works, but there we go. Never mind. So, but yeah. Right, well, we're 18 minutes in and no one's turned up. So they either had a really good New Year's Eve, New Year's Day even, or not. Perhaps they're still busy watching the telly. Anyway, let me have one more swing of this. So we will be back filming this Saturday. I'm not quite sure where we're going to head to yet. Obviously, we've got lots and lots of towns and villages and all that kind of thing. And I've got a few on my list that I want to do. But we're kind of in winter time now, so it's going to be quite weather dependent. I don't think it's too bad at the moment. Although I think this weekend we're meant to have a bit of snow on that, so we'll have to see whether we do get to go out or not. Now, as usual with Christmas, we've got a few new toys to play with, and I've got to build them, if you know what I mean. So I've still got 2 Lego sets to do. So them videos are coming. I've kind of left them in reserve, so when we get snowed in and or whatever, I can do the videos from home. And I've got something to show you. So I know it's not doing travels, but as you know, the channel, we do other ad hoc stuff, not all. It's mainly walks and travels and that kind of thing, but every now and again we'll throw something a bit different in. So I've got kind of three different sets that we got to do. Two Lego ones, and one's not not a Lego one. So one, we have got a plane. But yeah, so that's all to come. But I'm kind of keeping them in the background, in reserve, and we'll see how it goes. But them videos will be coming. One of them, to be fair, the set I've had sit there quite a while. I just haven't had time to build it. Because obviously, as well as me filming it, I have to build it at the same time. So you're trying to do a bit of both. So filming and it can take at least a day, you know, because obviously some of these Lego things take a while to build anyway, and then you've got to film and all that on top of it, so it's it can take a little while, but there, never mind. Oh dear. So, where are we? 21 minutes in, and no one at all. Oh well, never mind. They'll have to watch all this on the playback. But I'm just going to finish this. We'll perhaps give it. We'll give it perhaps another 5 more minutes, then we'll perhaps call it a day. Unless anyone pops in just before. Let me just try and press another bit on this screen to see what this does, if anything. No, that's just effects, so that's not that. Never mind. Well, so yeah, Christmas is gone. New Year's Eve's gone. I unfortunately was quite a saddo last night, and I didn't bother staying up. So I didn't actually. I even fell asleep before the fireworks went off, so I didn't even get to see any of that as well. But never mind. That's not really the end of my world. So now I've always been a bit miserable, and I've always kind of not really been that fussed. I've always thought New Year's Eve's a bit overhyped. But there, I don't know. Some people like it, and it is a party and that kind of thing, I suppose. But it's never really, you know. I've always been a sort of kind of take it or leave it, really. So I'm sure I can't be the only one. But there, never mind. Never mind. Right, I will try and finish this last little bit of tea off. Look, still a little bit in there. And then we'll see where we can get out to this week. Now, I would like to do another midweek video if I can. And I know I'm going to be travelling about a little bit, so I may take you somewhere a bit different. So I've got a few things on mind, and I've got another place coming up soon that I'm going to go out and film in the Essex area. I want to bring that to you in January, because I want to kind of do it as a sort of a bit of a winter walk. We like to do the old winter walks, so hopefully we're going to bring that to you. But I haven't done too much in Essex, and we want to start to do some bits in Essex as well. I want to obviously expand a bit more out of kind of Norfolk and Suffolk. Although we've still got bits to do in Suffolk, but we want to start bringing these other counties in that are kind of just over the border. But I can, when I go out with work, we get to visit these areas, and I can kind of do my lunch breaks, and we can capture a bit then. So hopefully that should be all good. So we can find some more new places, new churches, new buildings, new areas, and I'm sure we'll find some good old places on the way. Right, well, I think we'll call it a day, as no one's coming at all. So this is the luck I have on this channel. But anyway, hope you have a lovely new year. I know we're a bit early, but I'm going to presume for the rest of the year that you're all going to have a lovely new year. I'm sure you will. And I'm sure we'll meet again through the year. Don't forget, we do these lives every Thursday. In obviously we're in the UK, so we do this at 7:30 p.m. or 19:30, and we do this on a Thursday. So if you don't get any notifications or anything at all, and I normally just put this out as a live straight away, we normally do this at 7:30 on a Thursday. If it is going to be different, I'll let you know. But if not, meet me here next Thursday. Anyway, I will leave you in peace. Like I said, have a happy new year, and I will see you in the next one. Again, as I did on the intro, for anyone who has subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and it means the absolute world. It really does. If you'd like to consider subscribing to the channel, that'd be really good, because we're really trying to get this to the 1,000 mark at least in 26, just so we can get this pushed out to more and more people. So, and we've got lots more adventures to come. But there, I'll leave you in peace. Have the rest of your wonderful New Year's Day or New Year's evening, and I will see you in the next one. Catch you very soon, and be good to yourselves.